Hi, and welcome to Module 4, AI Ethics and Academic Integrity. As AI tools become more common in classrooms, it's important to think not just how to use them, but how to use them responsibly. Like any powerful technology, AI comes with both opportunities and challenges. For educators, ethical use of AI usually centers around a few key questions. How do we protect student privacy? How do we prevent misuse or over-reliance on the technology? And how do we maintain fairness and trust in the learning environment? These are the kinds of questions schools are beginning to explore as AI becomes a part of everyday teaching and learning. While most teachers are well equipped and understand what it means to be a good digital citizen through their experiences with the internet and social media, AI comes with a few unique challenges. One is bias. AI systems learn from enormous datasets created by humans, books, articles, websites, and online conversations. Oftentimes, biases in the training data can propagate into the outputs. For example, an AI image generator might consistently depict CEOs as a white man in a business suit, even when no gender or background was specified. Or a history explanation might focus heavily on Western perspectives while overlooking voices from other parts of the world. This is one reason why it's important to treat AI responses as starting points, not final answers. Another limitation is something called hallucination. This is when AI generates information that sounds confident and convincing, but is actually just incorrect. For example, it might invent a statistic, cite a book that doesn't exist, or provide a plausible explanation that turns out to be wrong. That's why an important skill when using AI is verification. As educators, we can model this process by checking sources, asking follow-up questions, and encouraging students to approach AI responses with curiosity and critical thinking. One of the biggest concerns teachers raise about AI is academic integrity. If students can generate essays or answers instantly, how do we ensure that learning is still happening? There's no single solution, but many educators are finding success with a student-centered approach. Instead of focusing on detection tools, which are often unreliable, it can be helpful to focus on conversations and clear expectations. First, recognize the signs. Pay attention to unusual patterns in a student's work. A sudden change in tone, vocabulary, or structure can sometimes signal outside assistance. If something feels off, the next step is to ask questions about the student's process. How did you approach this assignment, and what tools did you use while working on it? These conversations are most effective when they're approached with curiosity rather than accusation. If it becomes clear that AI was misused, it's important to understand the why. Was the student confused, overwhelmed, unsure of what was allowed? From there, you can work with the student to create a plan to make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen again. Of course, if you do see patterns of continued misuse, it can be important to elevate to necessary channels. To wrap up, AI has the potential to support powerful learning experiences, but like any tool, it needs to be used thoughtfully. Ethical AI use isn't only about rules or restrictions. It's about helping students develop responsible habits and critical thinking skills. When educators model careful use, ask thoughtful questions, and encourage students to verify information, they help create a classroom culture where technology supports learning rather than shortcuts it.